Okay, Cyclekarters, gonna try to make a quick one here. Servicing a front wheel. We just got back from Tulsa, Oklahoma at the JRP race. I just serviced that one. Put about 80 miles on this thing, and as you know, on Cyclekarts, the wheels are a weak point, specifically the spokes, but then so are the bearings in there, and the hubs can be weak spots too. But we're fixing bearings right now. So we have the other wheel off. I've already fixed that one. I have the bearings out. These are what's in there. These have at least 80 miles on them. Probably, if I thought about it, probably closer to 200 miles on them, because I don't remember swapping them out last season. The correct bearing for those wheels are the ones that I use, and it's not going to come out in the video very well, but it's 6003 2RS. A couple different versions. This version that has the size kind of lasered on the side of it there. If you can see, it says 3/4 by 1 3/8. And then this other style, it's a PNG part. It doesn't have that size, but it does have that 6,000. Sorry, it says F6003-2RS. And that alludes to the outside diameter, inside diameter, and the F stands for it having a flange. And you do need a flange for these front wheels. All right, I have a spacer in there. What I'm going to do is, to make these last a little bit longer, is I'm going to pop this cover off. I'm gonna grease the thing. So let me do that with two hands real quick. I actually can detect some movement by holding the inside race and then moving the outer race. It's not going to be able to pick up on camera, and I can't even hear it with my ear. Of course, I'm deaf, but there is movement, noticeable movement, like a good 1/32 of an inch out. Now, even the brand new one has a smidge of movement, but it's not as bad as this one. So we're going to go ahead and toss that one in the trash. And that one actually feels somewhat okay, but just to be safe, I'm going to toss both of these in the trash. These are relatively cheap. I buy them like 10 at a time. All right, so we're going to get two of these jokers prepped, ready to go. Neither of these have been in. Here goes the black one. I'm going to just simply pop this outer cover off. I'm going to put it upside down there. I'm using a completely clean work surface, as you can see, so I don't get any foreign debris or dust or dirt or grime or any kind of dust inside or metal shavings inside. I can actually see through that bearing. So there's not enough grease in that bearing. There's probably enough grease in it. These are made for bicycles. It's probably enough for low speed wheels like a bicycle. But we're of course going, upwards of, 50 miles an hour, especially on a big track. So I don't know if you can see on the video, but I'm just using high temperature wheel bearing grease. Nothing fancy. I filled this tube up probably 5 years ago, so I couldn't tell you what it is, but I always get high temperature wheel grease when I do these things. I usually like the red stuff. I don't know why this is brown. Any kind of grease is going to be better than what you just saw, which was nothing. So just going to push that in there, push it in as best I can on one side, come around to the other side. Gonna need a little bit more on that joker. I am trying to not set it down or I'll get dirt inside that thing. Too many projects going on, and I'm really bad about starting a project and working on it and not putting my tools and stuff away. And so my shop is a mess. Okay, so this one has been properly lubed for the most part. I'm pushing this isn't rocket science. If you haven't greased a bearing before, and this is your first time, congratulations. It's a pain in the butt. Wear gloves. That's my recommendation. And then it doesn't matter which one of these sides are the same. You simply just push them back in. They will snap back in place. I left the bronze side up, which is the inside. Again, trying not to get any debris, dust, dirt, metal shavings, or anything else inside that thing. All right. There we have a properly done wheel bearing. Let me pause right there, and then I'll get the other one done, and we'll install it. The bearing doesn't want to sit in there perfectly straight. I rock it till it stops rocking, and it's kind of seated flush. I'll eyeball it, which I've already done. I've got it seated flush. Big socket. This is a 1 1/4. Kind of seat it square all the way around it. Too much junk. I'm just gonna baby tap it in. Oh, and it already went out. Damn it. All right. All right, it's seated all the way. Looks good. I was only hitting it on that outer race by using this 1 1/4. Don't want to set it on the spokes. Sit over there. The inside spacer for this particular wheel is 2 3/16. Just has to be big enough to go around your axle. Come over here and test it. Test. You can also test your bearings that way too before you go and install them, just to make sure it's a fit up right. We're going to go ahead and put the spacer in there. Get the bearing. Rock it back and forth. It'll almost go in by fingers. This one almost is. And we're going to hit on that outer race. So much for keeping dirt and dust out of everything. But it's got a dust cover on it, so it's good, right? And actually that 2 3/16 spacer could be probably 2 1/4. If I look down in there, there actually is a smidge more space. But that spacer helps with the side loading. It helps with the side loading on this thing. All right, we're gonna go install it. Make sure you use a lock nut. And if your lock nut goes loose, throw it up on your vise. hit it with a hammer. And hit it with a hammer, a good couple of whacks, and that'll smush that plastic so it bites. All right, happy cycle karting.